What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to more Elder Scrolls Online. So we're continuing on from where we left off. We have to investigate the Blackreach camp. Last time we did the coastal camp in Midland, so we're here back in Blackreach, which hopefully today things aren't beyond laggy, and they had like the 4th maintenance in 3 days. So yeah, hopefully that fixes everything, and like the zones, ever since they added the new skill line for the scrying and all that stuff. Hopefully less laggy across the board. And yeah, so far having a lot of fun though. I think we go in, yeah. Let's get the shrine. Let's get the sky shard. Is the world boss up? Oh, it is up. Oh, no, it's not. It's dead. What day does this come out on console again? Because I know it's the way it's always been is PC gets it first and then console gets it, I don't know, like a week or two later. But yeah, I'll try to get as much done as possible for all of you who are just interested in watching it and or waiting for it to come. So I'll try to get as many videos as possibly can. Oh.
I came here to learn what the Grey Host has planned, and what did I find? Good citizens of the Holds, afflicted by the Harrow storms and kept prisoner for some ungodly purpose. No matter how many I set free, the Herald will not leave this place. That's all I've been doing, and trying to get these afflicted people to leave this place. The Herald, the storm robs them of their will, their minds. I wasn't able to slip deeper into the camp, though. Agreed. There appear to be a number of Grey Host warlords in the camp, so discovering their plans should be possible. We need to be careful, though. I don't want us to wind up like the Herald, serving as food for these bastards. Messages have been coming and going since I arrived. I've heard the name Rada al-Saran, the Ashen Lord, spoken in hushed and revered tones. His name was on the communique you found, remember? We need to get down there and see what else we can learn. Hiding? Building their forces, digging, undermining. That's the correct term, I think. Plus, they're collecting the Herald, herding them like cattle. It's monstrous what they're doing to these poor people. The only thing I'm sure of is I have to try. If my father won't act, then it falls on me to get things done. It's what my mother would want me to do.
I left the orders in my tent, but the Ashen Lord was clear. We need more netherroot. See to the undergrowth immediately.
As you command.
There, on the left. Let's listen in.
Hold on.
Leaving? All right. I'll find a place to hide
There's a
until we
crafting
return.
station down here. It's kind of out of the way.
There you are. Let's find out what the Grey Host has planned.
It is in the delve.
There you are. Let's find out what the Grey Host has planned. There you are. Let's
Oh my
find out
god,
what the Grey
lady.
Host has planned.
Imagine playing an MMO and being told to just rush the main story. Oh, a heavy sack.
There, on the left. Let's listen in.
Shut up, lady. Leave me alone.
Exarch Zingalis has fallen. I have never seen Rada El Saran, our Ashen Lord, so filled with sorrow, or such rage.
Does the loss of the Exarch alter our plans?
Not in the least. The strike on Solitude will occur as planned after Exarch Ulfra tests the improved ritual in the Undergrove.
An attack on Solitude? We need to move quickly. The Grey Host definitely has something big planned. Let's search the tents for a copy of those orders.
The undermining is expanding rapidly now. Soon we'll be able to strike all across the western holds.
That's what we were looking for. Let's talk over there.
Okay.
Orders from Rada Al Saran. His words sent a chill down my spine. Their plan for Solitude? It might even be more dreadful than an all-out attack. We need to get back and determine the exact location of this Undergrove place. You saw what happened at Kilcreath and Carthwatch. Whatever they have planned for Solitude, it sounds a whole lot worse. I wish we knew more about this Rada Al Saran and what drives him. A family of monsters? Who could imagine vampires and werewolves working together? Let alone talking about one another like brothers and sisters. It's not natural. I'm glad I got to look around Blackreach, but I can't wait to see the sun and sky again. No matter how big these caverns are, it still feels like we're buried alive down here. We came down here to find out what the Grey Host has planned. But Fen still needs information about how the medallions are created, and a sample of the refined netherroot brew. Help Fen and Lyris at the other camps. Then meet me in Solitude. Then we're done here. I hope we found enough.
Alrighty. Alright, let's go. Apparently it was markered there for some reason, but then once we actually get to Solitude, it changes.
Another
You have
day,
any
another
experience
infernal
in jails or
contraptions.
escape?
What is it?
So, do we have a way to defend against the Harrow Storms or what?
The elixir should do what we need, provided neither Fen nor I made any miscalculations.
Yolen, don't be so negative. The elixir will work. You'll see. Oh, good. You're back. Mjolnir and I have been discussing the various ways to turn what we've got into a protective elixir. I'm hesitant to get too excited, but I think we've figured out how to defend against the Harrow Storms. The Grey Host uses an unstable mix of alchemy and sorcery to create the Harrow Storms. An arcane ritual and the Netherroot brew focus the power of each Harrow Storm through the prepared witch pikes. Ingenious, but fully exploitable. We can use the refined brew as the basis of our elixir. Now that we understand how the Harrow Storms are created, we can use those same components to replicate the medallion's protective properties. We just need to gather the necessary components. Svana's associate, Mog, will procure most of the supplies I need, but there's one final ingredient required. For various reasons, I can't simply walk into the Hall of the Dead and claim it myself. I need you to acquire Arkay's sacred oil. A holy ointment associated with a god that became popular due to imperial influence. It's used by the priests in the Hall of the Dead to provide protection against necromancy and the undead. We need that oil to create our elixir.
You'll need my help. I'll meet you at the Hall of the Dead. Mog, put away the tankard and get the supplies Fen requires.
Yes, your royal ladiness. But I'm keeping the tankard.
I wish it would just show you where it is without having to leave this area. Like, it's gonna tell me to leave Solitude, and then it'll tell me where the objective is.
Guards, more refugees arrive by the hour. Why does Fargrim hesitate?
The High King
Princess
issues
Vana,
orders, but all they do
what can I
is
do
lock
for
away
you,
the
Your
afflicted.
Highness?
When will we
Listen to
strike
my
back?
friend, High Priest. We need your help.
I'm surprised to see the princess here. As you can see, the influx of refugees has made this place much more hectic than usual. Is there something I can do for Princess Vana? Sacred oil? Strange. That's the second time today someone has come seeking Arkay's anointing balm. Sword Thane Athlet arrived with an edict from the king. Demanded our entire supply. How we're to consecrate the dead without it, I have no idea. The Sword Thane wouldn't say. He just mentioned that the High King needed it to defend Solitude. I'm sorry I can't comply with the princess's request. Things are hard enough that these refugees must take shelter here among the dead. The Sword Thane took the oil to Castle Dower. That's where all the supplies for a siege are gathered during
Kinda
periods of
sketchy,
strife.
dude.
I pray that High King Svargrim receives the patience and wisdom required to see us through this crisis. Solitude's foundation began with the construction of Castle Dower. It's the oldest structure in the city, and the most defensible. I tried to move the refugees there for safekeeping, but my request was denied. The High King has other plans.
Uh-oh. Sounds not good.
Work builds character, they say.
Hold! Castle Dower is... Princess Svana.
Swordthane, our business is urgent. My friend will explain.
I don't have time for the princess's proclivities right now. The High King... We barely keep up with the multitude of tasks, so speak quickly and let me get back to it. My orders from the High King were clear. Stockpile the entire supply of sacred oil in the Temple of the Divines here within the confines of Castle Dower. What in Shore's name does the princess need with holy oil anyway? Protection? Truly? The Herald already outnumber my soldiers, and more arrive every day. Still, giving you the oil would violate the High King's edict. I suppose if I happened to look the other way for a moment, I wouldn't notice if a flask disappears.
I understand.
A single flask? Then we'll have to make do. Let's get it back to...
Swordthane, by his work! I gave strict orders, yet my daughter freely enters the castle grounds. What do they want, Swordthane?
They,
We came to offer our assistance, Father. Swordthane, how can we help?
Athlet has everything well in hand, child. Despite your intentions, you would only hinder our efforts. Go! The Swordthane doesn't need my daughter or her wastrel underfoot.
God, this girl's so useless. Holy. I wouldn't be surprised if he was actually, like, turns out to be the villain.
My father's never been what I'd call a warm and caring parent. But this crisis has made him even more distant. Let's get this sacred oil to Fen. My father will certainly change his attitude once we present the protective elixir to him. He's trying to protect me. It's what he does. And leave me out. Though I suppose that's mostly my own fault. I know Mother's death weighs on him. As does this entire crisis. That's why we have to help. This elixir is going to work. It has to. It's not that unusual. Castle Dower is the most defensible part of the city. In the past, we'd gather the people inside the walls. Now my father is using the fortress to house the Herald. They need to go somewhere, right? Come on, let's go.
Fetch quests. Every game has them. Here, go pick up this item for me. Then return it, because I'm lazy and can't do it myself. All we need next is an escort mission too.
Once it's ready, I'll test the elixir.
As you say, Lyris. Ah, here they come now. You have the sacred oil? Add it to the cauldron. Yes, a perfect fusion. It's ready to be tested. Come.
I don't know about that one.
With the addition of the sacred oil, the elixir is complete. Before we produce enough to distribute to the people of Western Skyrim, we need to test it. I'm confident of my work, but we're dealing with powerful forces here. We can't wait for the next Harrowstorm to strike. But what you and Svana learned in Blackreach might help. You heard that Exarch Ulfra was testing Harrowstorm rituals in a place called the Undergrove. We'll go there and let Lyris drink the elixir. During my explorations of Blackreach, I came across an ancient burial site, a place called the Midnight Barrow. This Undergrove must be inside those ruins. Once there, you and Svana keep watch from a safe distance, while Lyris steps into the storm. From what I could tell, the Midnight Barrow sank into Blackreach in the distant past. Somewhere in its chambers, we'll find the Undergrove. The ruined barrow is in the Lightless Hollow, in the northwest portion of the cavern. We'll meet you there. We're going to find an active Harrowstorm in the Undergrove. or I'm going to attempt to replicate one in there. Then Lyris drinks the elixir, exposes herself to the dark magic, and we wait to see what happens. Very risky. But it's also our best chance to counter the Harrowstorms and fight back against the Grey Host. Either Lyris comes through fine, or she transforms into a Harrowed. Or a Harrow Fiend. That's also a possibility.
Sounds good, I think.
I tried to read that book. The covers were too far apart.
I heard you uncovered a lost shrine at Fungal Grotto. How eerie. Wolves of ice and bone attacked Rune, my lady, and he saw ghosts.
Those Reachmen defiled our barrow. If not for the Eastern half-giant and her companion, we would have suffered the same fate as Carthold.
Poor Carthwatch. How will they ever come back from a disaster such as this?
It is actually out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, what? I actually got pretty lucky the other day to get a perfected Inferno in, you know, not like 40 tries in Maelstrom. It's pretty nice. Still doing damage testing with new stuff. People waiting for the Harrowstorm. Oh, wait, hold on. Ah, there's a thing here. Okay, let's go find it. We're taking a detour to do a excavation. All right. It's probably the 6th then. Alright, so it's green item, that means it's 1 bonus award. Easy. I actually got it up to almost 5.5. So it's actually pretty fun, not gonna lie. I enjoy the whole scrying and excavation. Not gonna lie, the music here sounds like something you would hear in World of Warcraft. Is this it? Wait. No. There's probably a way to jump over that. I'm just not gonna bother.
Please, 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 please. Ah! Oh, thank Kyne, you're not one of these tomb robbers. Or another ghost. I've had my fill of ghosts. Mainly one ghost, honestly. A distant ancestor. Every time I try to sleep, he's in my dreams. I've barely had an hour's rest since I came to Dusktown. It's going to kill me if it doesn't drive me mad first. He's been calling me here, I think. To put him to rest, I think. He's being tormented as much as he's tormenting me. I came to this terrible place to find his remains. But the tomb robbers have angered the dead, and I'm terrified to step foot into the barrow alone. My damned ancestor is the traitor Jarl, Hagridden. He was buried alive in the Midnight Barrow long before I was born. Unfortunately, he has no tomb, and what's left of him has been scattered around by these Draugr thieves.
Okay.
You and Fen stay put until we clear a path to the Undergrove.
Fine. Just don't take all day. I saw my ancestors' remains in my dreams, but I only know roughly where they are.
This is it. Look lively and let's get on with it.
I would like to never have to come back here, to be honest, so let's get the skyshards now. I can't target it. I can't target it. Oh my goodness. An enemy that has invincibility.
Thought no one would find out? That none of us would survive? One is enough to expose your treason.
I gave no such order.
I have pen in your hand and stained in our blood.
Nice skill point. If I were the boss, I'd probably be here, here, somewhere in here, here, or there. Why is there like an invincible enemy that keeps following me?
Jarl Hagridon has a matter of urgency for you to attend to.
What does he know to send us this far into the Reach?
You have your orders, Thane.
Careful of the Draugr-kin. They'd sooner make a corpse of you than talk. Who was she to be bossing a Thane around?
For your treason against your hold and your people, we cast you from the halls of your ancestors. May they never know your name.
I did not betray my hold. She's the one who should face your judgment.
Oh, gods! I can feel his terror! It's suffocating!
Don't you love me, Hagridon? Do you want to see me grow old, wither, and die? There's a small
That's kind of creepy, dude.
No need. We're here.
The princess insisted. We need to find where they're experimenting with the Harrowstorms.
You honor me with your presence, my king.
This Harrowstorm must be the biggest we have ever wrought, my sister-in-arms.
Have we heard from Solitude? Is everything in place?
I have been assured the city is ripe for harvest.
Certainly. The Holds are counting on us. Besides, we'll be able to end this threat right here and now.
Who dares intrude? You. The murderers who killed our beloved Singalis. Impudent mortal. You will pay for your crime. Now for the rest of these curs.
My king, allow me the honor of spilling their blood.
Very well, sweet sister. Join me in Greymoor Keep when the task is done.
Let this Harrowstorm flay the flesh from your bones.
We need to leave. Svanna, no!
See to Lyris, Fen. And pray your elixir works.
Protect Svanna. She needs time for the elixir to do its job.
You killed my brother. For that.
Bro, I was expecting an actual boss fight.
I think it worked. I stood in a Harrowstorm and nothing happened. Fen's elixir is a success. And we took out another one of the Grey Host leaders. We've done good, my friend. Never better. We need to create as much of the elixir as possible and distribute it throughout Solitude before Rada Alsaran's massive Harrowstorm hits. I also want to find out who in the city is helping him. Let's meet back at the Blue Palace.
Meet back at the Blue Palace again. It's so far away.
Once my father understands that we have a way to protect
Do the
against the
devs even play
Harrowstorms,
this game?
he'll have to take us seriously. Let's get back to the city as fast as we can.
I'm convinced the devs don't actually play this game. They're just like, hey, let's go back all the way into the farthest back of the town you can possibly go. Let's also make the WAYSHRINE on the opposite side, so we have to walk there every time. Oh my goodness, that's gonna bother me. Like, it's such a good expansion too, but dear God, the quality of life changes that I would do.
I can't believe I'm still alive. That place will haunt my nightmares long after my damned ancestor's ghost gives me rest. May I have him, please? I can't help but pity Hagridden, despite what he's put me through. I felt his torment. An eternity in the Midnight Barrow seems cruel, even for a traitor. From what I saw, it seems like he was the one who was betrayed. Was he really innocent? That was my feeling, but I didn't know if it was Hagridden affecting me. I wonder what became of the woman who betrayed him. Did she get what she desired from those people's sacrifice? I'll take them to a temple for consecration and see that he gets a proper burial. It won't be a Jarl's funeral, but hopefully it'll allow him to reach Sovngarde. Then I can finally get some rest. You've spared us both. Thank you.
Alright, cool. With that said, next time we will be in the Blue Palace. So I'll see you guys in a second. Thanks so much for watching.